So this weekend was the Dallas County Master Gardeners Garden Tour. They do this about every 2 years. And these are some photos I took on the tour. I'm going to admit I'm putting this into video format so that I personally can process everything that I saw. There was so much. This one where you entered through the greenhouse to get to the yard was mind-blowing. All the little shelves and cubbies and very maximalist stuff everywhere. And it didn't feel chaotic. It felt cozy and amazing. And I loved it. I just wonder if I can figure out a way to use some of these elements in my own yard. Of course, this bar is amazing. And the hammock in the middle of everything. You can see some couches back in the back. So there's just tons of seating, space to entertain, lots of different rooms within this garden. And it's not that much bigger than my own. It's just gorgeous. Now, these are all more decorative than, my normal edible. They will build greenhouses around some of these tropical plants. I love this kitchen area. This is from the deck itself. You see, you've got little pots and planters and this adorable small little window box. But I want this so bad. But I also want to keep growing a lot of food. So I need to try to find some way to incorporate this pretty with my practical. I like how they've reused things in different ways, how they've mixed all these different types of pots together and different kinds of plants. And it looks like they're using pots for stands. There's lots of arbors and shelves. It's just so beautiful. And what you don't see is they also have a movie screening area in here. So, this is like the most multi-purpose garden for, entertaining and just having as another room of your property is, I don't know. I fell in love. I'm not sure how to incorporate the elements of this that I love into my own garden. If y'all have got some advice, I am open to hear it. But I do like the very organic nature of it, which I'm working on in my front yard. But my backyard is very regimented with the garden beds all lined up to try to get as much packed in as I can. And then this is the front porch here. And so much packed into this too. And then it looks so tidy from the front of the house. It's just gorgeous. I loved this. There are other gardens that we visited on this trip. There were 5 private gardens and 2 public. This seed station was cute too. So this is a completely different yard. And once again, I'm really drawn to these very organic aspects and lots of seating. I'm liking all the little garden statues. Although while I was at this, my wife did go pick me up some garden statues from my front yard. I'll have to show you later. This is a cute little hidden alcove on the side of the house where they have managed to fill in with all these plantings. I love this purple oxalis. Anyway, I want some of that for my own yard, which is why I took a picture of it as well. But I love the little trellises and obelisks and seating. If I mentioned I really am liking the seating, I'm just so inspired. I highly recommend if they have something like this in your area, take advantage of it. There's just so many creative gardeners out there that are doing so many wonderful things. I liked how they left their volunteers there in the pathway, and where they're putting seating in different places. Everything was, I don't know, it's overwhelming to some extent. I love this pathway, and instead of traditional trim, they've just got river stones piled along the edges. And again, I'm really liking the garden statues. I think they add a lot of fun and whimsy to these yards. And I'm amazed at what they're able to do with all the shade. I don't have a lot of shade in my yard anymore because I cut down my plum tree and peach tree because they were, well, struggling. But these areas, I mean, this is their front porch. Is that not gorgeous? But yes, let me know what you think of these. Like I said, I am thoroughly enchanted with everything I saw. And like I said, if you have any suggestions on something I can do to give this more organic, fun feel to the yard, I would love to hear it. I have been brainstorming a bit. I am kind of going this direction in my front yard with more of a cottage garden look. But I think I want to incorporate it into my backyard as well. I like how inviting it feels in all of these spaces for people to come in and be there. I mean, these have to be the most wonderful areas to entertain, okay, especially the one that had the pool. But I'm not going to get that. And then this is heart of Dallas. This is the Oak Cliff area. These are urban gardens, and they're little paradises in the middle of Dallas. Have any of y'all been able to create this kind of a feel with a vegetable and fruit garden? Or do you know another YouTuber that has, that maybe you could point me towards? Because you can tell I'm overwhelmed with everything that I saw. Like I said, Dallas County Master Gardeners will do this again in 2 years. I'm kind of sad I didn't have time to go check out Denton's as well because they had it on the same day, but that was an hour drive between the two. I kind of wish they'd done it on a different day so I could check it out. But what do you think? What do you think about this kind of social spaces and plantings and variety of things all in these, for the most part, small spaces? Only a couple of them were really big other than the public gardens. Do y'all see anything in here that y'all particularly love or want to include or feel inspired by? You'll notice I took a lot of pictures of details, of elements, more than kind of how the whole garden looked, because it was all these little details. And sometimes even like imperfections, like the table here is rusted, but it's so perfect and so beautiful This is one of the public gardens. I think this is the Japanese garden at Keast Park. I loved how that blue, almost looking tree looked against all the more yellowy greens, the water elements. Of course, I am trying to include more of those in my own yard. I've got a fountain I need to put together maybe this week if it ever stops raining. Because, the one beautiful day we had, I was out touring other people's gardens. I assume you enjoy these little peeks into other people's private gardens as much as I do, since you're here on YouTube looking at other people's gardens. But thank you for watching, and I hope you enjoy and subscribe.